On this elevator part project, we're working on a Deve car panel. Now you might have remembered my previous video on Deve buttons where I worked on a call button and made it light up. This one, however, is the car panel that was found on the inside of the elevator. And you can see it's pretty straightforward. You have your information up in the top right, and you've got your 6 buttons. And this is what Google Translate says each of these mean. So this is mainly going to be a restoration project. However, there is one thing that needs wiring, which we'll get to later. So it's time to begin disassembly. Now that all the pieces are pulled out, let's take a look at each one individually. So the buttons on the bottom, these bottom 4, are all pretty much the same. They have the same guts. There's this metal housing, and this is what holds everything in place. And then down below we have the 2 micro switches. Then we also have the button, and on the top you may have noticed on the teardown that I was using a pair of pliers, and that was pulling in these little pins, which allows it to come out. You can see here how you can change out the text, so you can put different text in there, and then the other piece can be changed out for the color. And then looking on the back of the actual button portion, there's those 2 little wear marks, and that is where the button actually hits the micro switches. Next we have the emergencies button, and it's pretty much the same as the other buttons. However, this one has the little lamp holders. And looking here, you can see the hole cut out in the button and the little text for the actual light. So this is the only thing we have to wire on this button. You can see down here we have the same 2 micro switches, and then for the lamps we have these little incandescent bulbs. And I've never seen this type of bulb before. I actually don't know what this is, but the bulb is very small and it kind of reminds me of an MB type bulb, but obviously these are a lot different. The stop button is the most different of all the buttons. This one has a totally different contact, and obviously this is a stop button, so this is a normally closed, and then when you press the button it opens the circuit. This one has a big large spring that sits in there to make it harder to press in, even though it's still really easy. And here's the little switch. It's just this little button in the middle. And you can see on the ends we have the 2 terminals. Now it's time to begin the restoration. Starting with the panel. And you can see here there's a lot of dirt around where the little metal things are covering. And the metal is just overall dirty. And here you can see the completed panel, and I think it looks really good. This thing was fairly dirty, but all the buttons are nice and clean, and the panel's all clean, and it lights up. So that's pretty much it for this restoration and wiring. This wiring was pretty easy, there wasn't a whole lot to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next project.